Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, you know, shopping at a Walmart in South Florida is already going to be exciting because you have no idea what the heck you're going to see. But when you're in a Walmart in Fort Pierce, what you're likely going to see is a man with a machete waving it wildly at shoppers who are then going to be running like they're about to lose their lives, which they might, out of the store as cops are racing in.
Oh, my. What a mess.
I always feel like anyone that uses a machete or a sword of sorts, it's just a different kind of unhinged.
Yeah, you're going through something.
It's so personal of an attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, 33-year-old Lawrence Fountain was doing just this at the Walmart on Okeechobee in Fort Pierce on Saturday night. And when the police arrived, he could have gone quietly, but of course he did not. He tried to take out the machete and swing it wildly at the cops who were trying to arrest him. They showed restraint and just got out their tasers.
The body cam footage is crazy because you see this guy fully bringing the machete, and I thought he connected with the cop from the angle on the body cam. I was like, oh my gosh, this police officer is probably laying in a pool of blood.
Yeah.
It was horrifying.
Here's a bit of the audio from that body cam footage, which you can watch right now on KVJ TV on YouTube.
He right there.
Hey, Brian, stay here. I got one side. Grab the other. I got this one. Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Drop it! Drop it! Hey, Captain Murder, bro. Get on the ground! Come on!
Just another day at Walmart, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I mean, if you ever want to say anything that the cops aren't heroes, look at that footage. The guy's taking a machete and still doing his job.
And that's not even the weirdest thing that happened at Walmart that week.
It's not just Walmart. Publix also has their fair share. 65-year-old Daniel Kennel tried to cut in line at a Publix in Port Charlotte, but the couple ahead of him's like, oh no, you're not just going to cut. But then he tried putting his stuff on the checkout belt anyway in front of them, and they're like, no. So an argument breaks out. This guy, Daniel, gets upset, left his cart, storms out of the store. The couple's like, all right, what a nut job. They check out. They leave the store. They're loading their groceries into the car. And that's when Daniel comes up behind them and sprays them both in the face with bug spray.
Oh, my.
Then he runs off. Cops are called. They track Daniel down. He got arrested and was charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery with great bodily harm. One of the victims had to be hospitalized. Sounds like they're going to be okay, but yeah, attacking with bug spray might be more serious than you would think.
Oh, we're going to do it next week for Do It, bitch. Little raid to the eyes.
Good news, Kevin. No mosquito bites on your eyeball.
It's true. Good point. You're right. I got a few right now. Boy, do they hurt. In Clearwater, you got to watch out for this place. The Sunshine Puppy Store. 46-year-old Rodney Plathy, a registered sex offender, was hanging out outside. A couple juveniles ride by on bicycles, and Plathy's, as you would be, very hammered. So he waves to the juveniles, tells them to come over. He's joined them by the store owner, and apparently they had a bit of a past. Well, as one of the youth tried to ride away, the registered sex offender, Rodney Plathy, approaches him from behind, placed the victim in a chokehold, and cut off their breathing.
Oh, my gosh.
The authorities were called. Plathy was arrested for felony battery by strangulation.
Whoa.
And it just adds to his prior convictions, which includes a 2013 sexual battery case that results in his sex offender status.
I don't want him around the kids. I don't want him the dogs, the cats. You have to go away. You got to think about what's going on in that brain of yours.
Yeah, I don't think you should be allowed to be around other humans. The only humans you get to be around are in Gen Pop.
Yeah, they have the same kind of mentality as you.
That's it.
You're right.
You lost your privilege.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not just Florida where exciting things are happening. In the Denver area, there was an intense police chase after a man fled from officers while covered in mud, and all he was wearing at the time was a Speedo. Ooh.
He's running. I'm going to tase you. White male covered in mud and underwear.
No, man, you had a chance. You had a choice.
I was scared, bro.
That's what so many people say. We gave you a choice. I was scared, bro.
Well, now you're really going to be scared. You're going to jail covered in mud and your panties.
And you just got tased.
Dude,
It's impressive.
it's not going to go well when you run from the cops.
No. 3 teens were caught after breaking into a Florida construction site in Osceola County, and they started joyriding on the forklifts.
Oh.
Yeah, deputies then used a helicopter to guide the deputies on the ground, leading to the arrest. 2 juveniles and an 18-year-old named Shane Morrison. They're facing burglary and felony charges, and they caused $5,000 worth of damage. Sounds like it'd be fun, though, but...
It does. I got to get in a mini one of those things up in Oregon, but they put me in the part that scoops up the stuff, and they lifted me up in the sky. I had a really good time.
Okay.
It's fun if you do it legally.
Yes, of course.
Those construction sites, I guess a lot of kids do that.
Yeah.
They go to the construction site because they know nobody's there, and then they wreak havoc.
You ever
Yep.
drive one of those things?
No, I never have, but it'd be fun. I'd like to give it a shot.
What about a tractor, like a farm tractor?
Oh, yeah, sure. I grew up on tractors.
Man,
It's a big thing in my
I
parts.
want a tractor. The yard's not big enough.
Win that Powerball, you can get a tractor, pumpkin.
That's right. Got a bit of a mystery going on in Fernandina Beach. They're investigating claims that human ashes may be inside of its 1978 Peg Leg Pete pirate statue that's located on Center Street. At a historic district council meeting, City Attorney Teresa Prince said reliable sources suggested remains were placed in the statue during past repairs, though the city had never approved it. The revelation surfaced as officials debated replacing the nearly 50-year-old landmark. Some residents are a little bit uneasy, thinking there may be human ashes in old Peg Leg Pete. Some are calling the whole thing creepy. Others are doubting the claim, but they said that they're now going to decide whether or not to replace the statue and investigate. The next meeting is coming up on the 18th.
Oh, if you knew how many human remains were around you on a daily basis, you wouldn't sleep at night.
Okay.
Sorry. I just think there's people spread ashes everywhere and don't tell anybody about it.
You're right. You're right. I've seen it.
We've heard stories of it. I just think there's more than you'd think.
I may have seen it in Italy.
Exhibit A, Your Honor. I'm telling you.
It happens.
I know that sounded creepy, but it wasn't supposed to.
It sounded very creepy.
I apologize.
There's an elderly Japanese woman in her 80s that got scammed out of $6,700 after a fraudster claimed to be a stranded astronaut in need of money.
Calling from the space station?
Yeah, listen to this. The romance scam began in July when the two connected on social media. So he's stranded, but he's on social media, no problem. He told the woman he was aboard a spaceship facing an emergency, and she sent the requested funds to allegedly help him buy oxygen.
Oh,
man.
look, something happens to older people's brains. I'm watching it with my mom, who used to be very keen and on top of it and never would have fallen for this. When you get older, some people, not all old people, just lose that filter that tells you this is a scam, don't fall for it. And they will believe anything you tell them, and they will send you $5,000 for oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if I lived that long, the stuff I'd be buying?
Oh, I know, right?
Oh, my gosh.
Handing out money.
Handing out money is a thing, and not all old people do it, but some do.
This happens a lot in Japan, though. In 2022, another Japanese woman got scammed out of $30,000 by a guy claiming he was stranded on the International Space Station. And so she sent him the money to get him rescued. They say in America, these romance or love scams cost Americans over $1 billion.
It's true. There was a whole story on CBS Sunday Morning about it. People that have been fleeced for everything and then killed.
Terrible.
I mean, some of these have a really dark ending.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's horrifying.
Well, it's easy to say when you're of sound of mind, oh, come on, how can you fall for that? But I mean, first of all, let's say you are older, you are losing, your faculties, and you're lonely. On top of that, loneliness is the one of the strongest feelings out there.
And people that have dementia, when they're first starting to get it, they don't know they have it.
Right.
So they think that they're still functioning fully like the way they should. And they're like, why would you ever doubt this astronaut needs oxygen? Of course he needs oxygen. And I've got extra money, so duh.
It really is something I think should start becoming commonplace, that as people hit about the age of 70 and they're finding that's when your frontal cortex starts breaking down a bit, that you have something, if you have someone trusted, a family member, a child, whatever, to say, hey, any purchase over $1,000, let's make sure that you get an alert and that you also are signing off. Let's do almost how you have two-person identification and authenticity on getting into some passwords. Probably should have that on your banking as well.